Look, we got a little garden visitor. She seems enthused, don't she? Okay, I got this row ready to go. Next, we'll be putting some more for a walkway here, and then there'll be another bed running the whole length here. But first, I gotta get rid of all this evil thistle. And look, I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but I got a big old patch of thistle. I gotta get rid of all of it first. Thistle is evil. Even leave just a little tiny bit like that. Just a little tiny bit. It'll grow into more and more. But good news, look at the worms. Look at that root system. Next up is planting potatoes. This is actually only the second time I've planted potatoes. The first time I actually did it in containers. I'll leave a link of it up here somewhere, wherever it goes. And that time I did store-bought potatoes too, and they worked, so I'm gonna keep going with what works. This round, I've got some that just went bad in my cabinet. You can see it's already, I can't eat them, so might as well plant them right. So we have the thick, heavy clay soil. So growing potatoes has just never been a thing for me, because trying to dig potatoes out of clay soil, just not gonna happen. Potatoes are, they may grow, but you ain't getting them back out, at least not the clay soil that we have. But they worked out really well when I grew them in containers. And now that I'm doing, it's not necessarily a raised bed, but it's on top of the clay soil. So I'm hoping that it's gonna work. And I know that potatoes are super heavy feeders, so I've got a plan. So a couple months ago, I cleaned out the chicken coop and put it all in here. It has rained since then, so it's pretty sloppy and pretty nasty, I'm not even gonna lie. Look, reinforcements have arrived. Just in time. Here you go.
Oh, I need this.
You need that. My old garden has some amazing dirt. I've been taking the mulch off, but I also have dirt underneath that mulch, and it is amazing. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dig this dirt up, and then we're gonna mix it with the poo. Okay, so this is the kind of soil that we got. It's actually pretty good soil on its own. Like I said, potatoes are heavy feeders, so let's put some chicken nitrogen, add it to this, and give the potatoes a little help. I'm really hoping this works. In theory, it works. He's gonna shovel it in there, and then we're gonna get it all mixed up. I would say that's probably good. Big giant blender. I've got a KitchenAid mixer. Does that make you my garden aid mixer?
I think you're right. I think it does. That's pretty good. Oh, I got it. Why don't you go and get your KitchenAid mixer and bring it out here?
No. I've got you for that.
How thick do you want it?
Probably a good 4 to 6 inches. The cows seem to find you entertaining. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing here. I've got them laid out. These are, like I said, these went bad, so I just went ahead and let them start eyeing up even more. I'm going in there a pretty good ways, about hand deep. like I said, these are wanting to grow up, so that's how we're going to leave them. Cover it up. So you can see here that I'm planning on planting them pretty close together, and the reason I'm doing that is because as they grow up, the foliage will actually shade this whole bed, and then I won't have to worry about healing as much. So a lot of people, as potatoes grow, as they green up, they will hill them up, which basically just means they put more dirt or hay or something on them. And I always thought the reason for that was because I thought the potatoes grew up the stalk as it went. But after growing them in a container and pulling them out, I learned that that's actually not the case. So these potatoes that I'm putting in will actually send out root systems, and that's what the potatoes grow on. And the reason people hill them up is to keep the new potatoes out of the sunlight, because once the sun hits the potatoes, it'll make the potatoes green. And if the potatoes are green, then they're poisonous and we can't eat them. So I'm hoping by planting them this close together that won't be an issue, and I may not have to hill them up at all. I mean, if I have to, I will. I'm hoping by planting them this close together that they'll be completely shaded and that won't be an issue. If it is, I'll just throw some more dirt on it. Put a marker here. So I went ahead and put a temporary marker right here. Really? So I went ahead and put a temporary marker right here. From these back are russets. And then from here forward are going to be the reds. But I don't think there's going to be enough for the whole bed. But that's what we got so far. I can't even garden in peace because these two back here are belly aching, so I'm gonna go get them fed. Stu greeting me at the gate. Okay, I'll back up. Come on. Every time they see me out here, they just start mooing. And the funny part was, we was out here gardening the other day. And our neighbors right there, they have goats. So they've got like the good alfalfa hay, and her goats are like super picky. So her goats will pick through and only eat the best. And then they were just burning what the goats didn't eat. But now she's throwing it over the edge there, feeding these guys what would have normally been burnt. Whenever they see me out, obviously they're mooing, but now whenever they see her out, about this time, they're gonna start mooing because it'll be her turn to feed them, at least in their mind. Good neighbors will feed your cows too. Okay, back to potatoes. I think that's gonna be enough for the potatoes.
Is it?
Yeah, because I only have one bag of reds, so.
Yeah.
Shoot.
You know what you're putting down here? Or?
I have no clue.
Okay. You just want to make sure you get the potatoes in by?
Potatoes got to be in by today. Have to.
And why do they have to?
Because Farmer's Almanac says they have to be by today. Otherwise, I gotta wait a whole month, and I'm already late the way it is. So we got all the potatoes planted just in the nick of time because this is April 12th, and according to Farmer's Almanac, I have to have the potatoes in by today. Otherwise, we got to wait a whole nother month because yesterday and today was the best day to put in root crop vegetables. So it was either get them in today or we weren't going to get any at all. I'm actually a month late because normally around here, everybody plants Easter. So we're a week late, but it wouldn't have worked out on the Farmer's Almanac calendar for Easter anyway. So hopefully this works out and we get an abundant crop. Okay, we got all of our potatoes planted. It didn't take up the whole row, so we'll have some room down there at the end for something else. Make sure you subscribe so you can see how the potato bed turns out. And if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up. Kenny's back there still shoveling. So this is Angie here at Abundant Acres Homestead. Be safe and God bless.